Okay. Can anyone summarize what did we discuss in the last lecture? Anyone? Anyone? What did we discuss in the last lecture? भूल गए क्या? Control signals. Any ideas? What are control signals? Can anyone please summarize did we what did we study in the last lecture?
So that this MDR is connected to both memory bus and internal processor bus, so we can take the data from one side to the another side with this switch, these things switches.
Okay, yeah. So what do we use in that? What are these? What are these called?
So like we have a value for size and
Control circuits.
Control what? Control signal?
control signal.
Switches.
Yeah, these are called switches. These are called control signals. Okay. Okay. So registers are connected through. Hopefully, you remember these points because we discussed it properly. Okay. How many buses are there in this diagram?
Two.
Yeah, that is memory bus and internal processor bus. So is MDR connected to both the buses?
Yes, sir.
And it is connected through these four control logics, control switches, which are controlled through these control signals. That MDR in, MDR out, E and MDR out. What is this E telling you about?
External.
External. Okay. So we discussed about these points in the last lecture. Now we were looking at that the data path is clear to everyone for all the locations, all the examples, that if the data is located inside the processor, what will be the data path? If the data is located outside the processor, what will be the data path? Hopefully it is clear with everyone. Did you guys draw the data paths for various examples? What is the fourth example? What is the fourth example?
LOCA1, LOCA2.
Okay. So hopefully you have made the data paths for all these four examples. It will make the things very clear for you for these control signals. Memory read write operations, we already have seen the data path for it. The address will be of the memory location is transferred to MAR. At the same time, a read write signal is a control signal is provided by the control unit to the memory. For reading the data from the memory, data bus comes to MDR by activating MDR in E. For writing the data from MDR goes to memory data bus by activating the signal MDR out E. MDR out E is for the connection of MDR to the external bus or the internal bus. This control signal MDR out E is used for activating the control switch, the logic between the MDR with the internal bus or the memory bus. Memory bus. Okay. So I'll ask you a question. What is the if I write register, say R is symbolizing the register, you have primary memory, you have your secondary memory. Where should I put the greater than or less than sign for the speed at which the data will be read from these three locations? Which one will be the fastest?
Register.
So is this right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so but in some of the examples, like in this case, in this case, in this case, in this case, and in this case, some of the data is coming from outside the processor as well, which is the primary memory. So we are accessing something, some data which is placed outside the memory. So will there be a delay? Will there be a delay?
Yes, sir.
Delay of what? Delay of what?
Like we are accessing delay, sir. Like
So yeah, the speed at which we are accessing the data from these locations, there is a specific delay to it. So should we also include that delay in our execution in the implementation of our logic? Does it make sense? What do you think? Does it make sense? When we are implementing these logics that, okay, at certain T1 clock, you should have these control signals high, say C1 and C2 as high. Then at T2, you should have C4, C3 as high. So should you also include the logic of delay into these executions? Will it make more sense?
yes, sir.
Okay, so that for that actually we have a control signal which is called a memory function complete. So when the processor sends a read request, it has to wait until the data is read from the memory and written into MDR. To accommodate the variability in response time, the processor has to wait until it receives an indication from the memory that the read operation has been completed. A control signal called memory function complete is used for this purpose. When this signal is 1, when this signal is 1, indicates what are the two possible values for any control signal.
0, 1.
Okay. When the signal is 1, it indicates that the content of a specified location is read and are available on the data lines of the memory bus. So we are accommodating the delay which is caused for fetching the data onto the memory bus by accommodating this control signal that is called memory function complete. It's in short we can write it as MFC, and then the data will be made available to MDR. So in the further examples, we will see how we are accommodating this MFC in our implementation. So this is one of the examples. Move R1 and R2. Can anybody tell me what does this instruction mean?
Moving
Move the contents of R2 to the register R1.
What is this bracket?
It means that the contents of the register.
Are you sure somebody wants to correct?
नो सर एक्चुअली दिस मीन्स कि R2 जो रजिस्टर है उसके अंदर एक मेमोरी लोकेशन है, उस पे जाके जो कंटेंट है वो फेच करना.
Which addressing mode is this?
इनडायरेक्ट.
Okay, if I write like this, MOV R1 comma LOCA, what is this? Which addressing mode is this?
Absolute.
So if anybody wants to revise this, just because this has already been covered in your CSA, this has to do with the addressing modes, this symbolization. In this, the content of the R2, which is content which where the address of the R2 is pointing towards, that has to be updated into R1. So the data path will look something like this. That address will be updated into MAR from R2. Start a read operation. Start a read operation by issuing a control signal from the control unit to the memory. Wait from the MFC. What is the full form of MFC? We just discussed.
memory function complete.
Okay. Wait for the MFC response from the memory. Load the MDR, load the data into the MDR, that is from the memory into MDR, and finally MDR into R1. So this is the data flow, and these are the control steps which are required. These are the control signals which we need to make activate, which we need to activate to accomplish this data path. What will be the first operation which has to happen at say T1 time? What is this T1, T2, and T3?
Clock time.
Okay, so at the first we need to put the data from R2. So we'll have R2 out. So the data is now available onto the system bus or memory bus.
Memory bus.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir, because it has to be read in MAR, right?
Just think this is your memory.
No, so the system bus. It'll go to the system bus and then through the system bus it's
Yeah,
going
I'm just
into
asking for the
TM.
first step. For the first step, is it connected with the memory or the system bus? Think, should I show the other diagram again? Yeah. System or memory? Which one?
So what is the question? So can you repeat once?
The data when we do R2 out as high, will it be available into memory bus or system bus?
So I think memory was, sir.
The processor वाली bus.
So internal bus,
System.
हाँ, internal bus.
internal system bus, processor, okay. So it will be available in that. Memory का भी इसमें रोल नहीं है first step में. Then you issue a read signal. Then then MDR in E will be activated. It will be E because from MAR the data has to be read. It will wait for some time. What is W? W is wait. MFC is the wait of the signal which we have to accommodate to for the delay which is there from reading the data from the primary memory. Then finally we have to put now the data is inside the MDR. MDR में data है, and we have to put it inside the R1 register, which is connected with the same bus, same system bus through which the MDR is connected. So MDR out E होगा, out equals to 1 होगा. So the data which was present inside the MDR is now inside R1. R1. So इसका trick क्या है? Trick ये है कि if you know the data path, it is very easy to draw this control signal. Because out in किसका होगा, in E किसका होगा. So then it will be easier because if you know the data path. In the later stages of this lecture, in this unit, you will see some more complex control signals. But if you know the data path, then it is easier for you to remember these things. Okay, the other example, when we are storing something, then also we are taking the delay into consideration. So what is this instruction telling us?
So we take the value from R2 and put it in the address which is given in R1.
Okay, so what will be the data flow? So the address is pointing in address is there in R1, it should be updated in MAR, and the data which is there in R2 should be there in MDR, should be loaded in MDR. Then a control signal write has to be originated so that the data should be written into the memory operation on the memory bus at a certain location. Wait for the MFC response from the memory. So when we are writing, when we are moving the data from one place to the primary, from register to the primary memory, also we are taking the MFC into account. When we are fetching the word, then also we are taking MFC into account. What will be the control steps for it? Firstly, R1 out. Why? Because the data, the address which is there inside the R1 should be there now, should be there in the MAR. Okay, R1 out से जो data किस में जाएगा? मेमोरी बस में जाएगा या सिस्टम बस में जाएगा? Anyone? See, this is your R1 and this is your MAR. Input, output, input, output. When we do R1 out, this one is high. The data will be present in this system bus now. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So when you have MAR in as high, so where will be the data flowing? Will it go inside MAR?
Yes.
Okay, so it will go inside MAR because we have MAR in as high. Then you need to put the data from R2 into MDR. So you'll do MDR R2 out. So the data will be available in the system bus. Since you have MDR in as high, so the data will be read from the system bus onto the MDR. Then you issue a write signal. Now you have to put the data from the MDR onto the memory. So for that you are going to actually use, say MDR is connected to the memory bus also. So you have in E, out E. So you will do out E as 1. So the data will, whatever was the data, say it was looking, say D was here, now D will be present here and D will come onto memory bus, and from there it will be written onto the primary memory. So there will be some delay in writing this, so that is being taken into consideration by waiting for memory function complete signal. Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll look at the whole operation. Execution of one complete instruction. How does the thing looks like? I'll have this diagram in here. It will make more sense. Can you see the other screen also? The PowerPoint,
No, sir.
the diagram, this one. Okay, just a minute, I think. No. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have an instruction called add R1 R2 at R1. What is happening here? We have discussed this example a lot. What is happening here? The contents of R1 and R2 are getting added and getting updated in R1. Is it right? So
Yes, sir.
various timestamps are there. So this is the, on the right side you can see this is, please do not look at this example because we are discussing add R1 R2. I just want you guys to see the connection. We have seen these connections before also, how other various functional blocks are connecting to this system bus. So in the left side, on the left side you have temporary registers, various special purpose registers, you have mux, you have ALU and all those things. So data will flow according to that. You have the, in the first step, what is the flow, how the instruction is getting executed? Can anybody just tell me in here? Procedure क्या है? PC में इंस्ट्रक्शन का एड्रेस होता है, उसके बाद कहाँ जाते हैं?
MAR में.
Then
Instruction list.
PC अपडेट होता है, फिर उसके बाद क्या होता है? What happens after the data, the address is there inside MAR and PC has been incremented?
से MAR से इंस्ट्रक्शन को MDR में डाल देते हैं सर, लाइक पूरे इंस्ट्रक्शन को
MAR से MDR में डाल देते हैं.
मतलब MAR वाला एड्रेस से लेके MDR पे.
So instruction is stored somewhere in memory, from there it comes into MDR. Am I right?
Yes,
Instruction.
Yes, sir.
Now instruction is there in the MDR. What will happen again? उसके बाद क्या होगा? MDR.
So now it is given to instruction register, then it is decoded and sent back to MDR.
Okay. From here it will go into IR से जाता है, वो decode होता है. Decode होने के बाद वो देखता है कि सारे operand उसके पास हैं कि नहीं है. If the operand is not there, then it will fetch for the operand. If it's there, then it's okay. Where will this data be sent?
So MDR.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
For this instruction, will the data from the instruction register with the operand go into MDR?
ALU.
ALU. From there, addition an adder will be there which will add the both the values. और उसके बाद वो कहाँ जाएगा?
Temporary register.
टेम्परेरी रजिस्टर. टेम्परेरी रजिस्टर से फिर वो वैल्यू कहाँ जाएगी?
R1.
R1. So hopefully this data flow is clear with everyone. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Okay, the first step in this would be PC out. We have to take the we have to put the memory address from PC into MAR. So we'll do PC out and we have MAR in. From MAR in, we'll read. We'll issue a control signal, that is read. Why are we doing select 4 and not select Y?
To increment PC.
To increment PC. Okay, so PC plus plus step we are dealing with. Then which addition is happening here?
Address of PC plus 4.
Okay, so it was, if say it was 1000, so 1000 came from, say PC was connected here. So if we have like PC out equals to 1, so 1000 is now flowing onto the data bus and it comes onto ALU. 4 comes into ALU. So now adder will be there, so it gets the value of 1004. It gets into Z in. Now Z in is also happening in the first step only. Then we need to put this value back into PC. So उसके लिए अपन क्या करेंगे कि Z out high करेंगे. When we do Z out high, the data is now, that is 1004, is now available, will now be available in that system bus. And since PC in is high, so 1004 will get uploaded into this 1004 values आ जाएगी. ठीक है. उसके बाद y in and wfmc. Why? Because instruction has to be loaded from the memory, so we are waiting for we are taking the memory that delay also into consideration. Then you have mdr out to put the instruction into ir in. You have to put the instruction from the when we are done with this, the instruction will be inside the mdr. इसमें basically mdr in ई भी एक है, वो हिडन है, बट एम डी आर इन ई भी इसमें हाई होगा. तो उससे एम डी आर में फिर डेटा आ जाएगा, इंस्ट्रक्शन आ जाएगा. इंस्ट्रक्शन एम डी आर के अंदर है, अपने को उसको निकाल के इंस्ट्रक्शन रजिस्टर में डालना है. उसके लिए अपन एम डी आर आउट को हाई करेंगे. So from there the data, the instruction will be present inside the bus, and since IR in is high, so the instruction will get loaded inside IR. This ये part clear हुआ, second और third step?
So ये MFC वाला चीज नहीं क्लियर हुआ.
इंस्ट्रक्शन मेमोरी से MDR में आ रहा है ना. इंस्ट्रक्शन भी लोड होगा ना पूरा. प्रोग्राम काउंटर मेमोरी लोकेशन को पॉइंट कर रहा था, इंस्ट्रक्शन वहाँ स्टोर्ड था, फिर MDR में आएगा इंस्ट्रक्शन. क्लियर हुआ?
So एक बार T2 clock cycle explain कर दीजिए.
Okay, Z out, the data that is 1004 has to go into PC. So the Z, when you do Z out, 1004 will be available in the system bus, and since PC in is high, 1004 will be available inside PC by the system bus only. Y in, because now we have to take the data from the R1 register which is connected to the Y. That's why we are doing Y in also. And WMFC, why? Because the instruction has to be read from the memory location which was pointed into MAR by the MAR. So that thing we are taking into consideration. Is it clear?
Yes sir.
Okay, then MDR out, since the instruction is inside the MDR, that has to be put into instruction register. So we'll do MDR out, and we are not doing, why we are doing MDR out and we are not doing MDR out E? Why are we not doing MDR out E? Anyone? What is MDR out E?
So data is in the register, so we don't need to read from memory.
No, I'm asking. Okay, so that's why we are using MDR out and not
Yes.
MDR out E. When we will use MDR out E or in E?
So when we need data from an external source, like when it's not inside the
So
bus.
is this clear with everyone? Why out and why not out E? Okay, because we are taking the data from, we have to put the data onto the system bus और एक्सटर्नल मेमोरी बस के कारण यहाँ पर अपने कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स वैरी कर रहे हैं. ये चीज़ एकदम क्लियर होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज लेटर पार्ट ऑफ द दिस यूनिट some very complex control signals will come in. So if you do not have the clarity over that, it will be tough. ये याद करना is not a good solution. It's very confusing. So to have a logical flow will make things easier for you. From the MDR, the instruction will be fed into IR. When you do MDR out, that instruction will be inside the will be available inside the bus. And since IR in control signal is high, the instruction will be loaded into IR. Then we need to do R1 out and Y in, then select Y, because we have to select the data of R1. From there, why we are not doing select 4 and we are doing select Y in here?
Because now we are dealing with contents of the register.
Okay, so both the data, is the board data now inside ALU at the T4 stage? Is both the data inside the ALU at the T4 stage?
No, so it must be in the T5 stage.
Yeah, so after T5, मतलब यहाँ आ चुका है, we already know that now we can have the addition operation happening in the T5. Is it right? It's there in the Y. It's there in the Y. When we do R2 out in the 5th stage, it will be available in the system bus. वहाँ से वो ALU में आ जाएगा. और because we have done this T4 from YN, the data is on the left side. It has already come into ALU. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Addition happens, it gets updated into temporary register, that is Z, and we have the control signal Z in for that. The data, the addition is updated, the value, the updated additional value, added value is actually updated into temporary register, that is Z. In the 6th step, we do Z out. Why? Because we have to update the value, the addition values into R1 register again. So when we do Z out, the whatever the answer was there from adding R1 and R2, that gets loaded into system bus, and by activating R1 in control signal, we can have the updated added value into R1. इसको एक बार खुद से करके देखना, and I'll suggest कि this is for add R1 R2. We have 3 more examples, that is add R1 LOC A और add LOC A, LOC B. उनके लिए भी ये ड्रॉ करके देखना सारे कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स. So and once you change this instruction, say if you have move, if you have MUL, if you have load, so उसके लिए भी I'll not suggest do it right now, but at least for these 2 or 3 examples, try to make this control signal 6 और 7 जितने भी control signal, पहले data path बनाओ, उसके बाद control signals बनाओ, then things will be clear for you guys. So कुछ hint मिला? Is there some doubt?
So
Yeah.
एक बार शॉर्ट में समरी दे सकते हैं, लास्ट में कंफ्यूज हो गया, लाइक पूरा की मतलब किधर क्या ऑर्डर, लाइक कैन यू गिव अ समरी?
नहीं, वो थोड़ा सा डाउट आएगा तुमको. अगर डेटा पाथ क्लियर है ना, एक बार डेटा पाथ मेरे को बताओगे क्या तुमको लगता है डेटा पाथ क्या है? वो एक बार वो क्लियर करो. Can you please mute yourself who is not asking any question? Okay, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ डेटा पाथ तुमको क्लियर है?
Like starting में वो like PC पे MAR फिर
हाँ, एक मिनट आराम से करते हैं. पीसी से फिर कहाँ जाएगा? पीसी से कहाँ जाएगा? बोलो, आराम से बोलो, कोई इशू नहीं, बोलो.
MAR में
नहीं, was having the doubt. It's okay, you can talk. It's okay. पीसी से फिर कहाँ जाएगा?
सर शायद वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया.
Okay. So what I'll suggest is write the data path down. I'm suggesting you guys from the day one only because that will make the things very clear for us. अगर वो डेटा पाथ क्लियर होगा तो ये टाइम कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स लिखने भी इजी हो जाएंगे. अदरवाइज यू विल रिमेंबर, यू विल ट्राई टू रिमेंबर दिस और कहीं ना कुछ कन्फ्यूजन होगा. सो यू कैन ऑब्वियसली एक्सपेक्ट कि क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा सकते हैं कि इफ़ यू हैव MOV ब्रैकेट R3, R1, MULLOCA, ब्रैकेट R2, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं. Anything we can have, and for that you have to make the control signals in the data path. So what I'll suggest, प्लीज़ इसको रटो मत, रटने से नहीं होगा, बहुत कन्फ्यूजन होगा. उससे अच्छा डेटा पाथ क्लियर करो, डेटा कैसे फ्लो कर रहा है किस रजिस्टर के अंदर, और उसके बाद उनके कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स ड्रॉ करो. कंट्रोल सिग्नल ईजी है. आउट इन कैसे पता लगेगा? जब तक डेटा पाथ क्लियर नहीं है, आउट इन का कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. इज इट क्लियर? इज इट क्लियर विथ एवरीवन?
Yes, sir.
एक बार इसको खुद से ट्राई करके देखना. इफ समथिंग कम्स अप विल डिस्कस. I'll suggest, मैं फिर से सजेशन वही दे रहा हूँ तुम लोग को, इन 4 एग्जाम्पल्स के अराउंड पहले चीज़ें करो. कुछ डाउट्स क्लियर होंगे, उसके बाद फिर ऑपकोड चेंज करना, देन डिफरेंट ऑपकोड्स ट्राई करना, देन ट्राई टू do these all scenarios for different opcodes as well. So you can also imagine different scenarios इसके generate हो सकते हैं. से कहीं पे indirect addressing mode यूज़ कर सकते हैं, कहीं direct यूज़ कर सकते हैं, different addressing modes change करके कर सकते हैं. So like this we can have certain examples throughout. So yeah, 3 bus organization we'll discuss in the next lecture, I guess. इसमें till now anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I think we can end the lecture, and I'll suggest you guys to do all the examples, all 4 examples, data path बनाओ उनके लिए, and try to then make the control signals, then things will get clearer. And in the next lecture we'll try to discuss the multi-branching is not there, 3 bus organization, and then we have, I guess, hardwired instructions, hardwired, and the microcontrollers, micro instructions are there, so we'll discuss over that. So just a minute, I'll take attendance. Yeah, okay. So कोई डाउट हो तो पूछना. आई शेयर विथ यू गाइज द कोर्स हैंड आउट, और प्रोसेसर के स्लाइड्स आई हैव शेयर्ड विथ यू. I'll see कि because some parts we might cover from the Hemacher slides as well. We are following the Hemacher 5th edition book, just for the information, and we are following the उसके भी कुछ slides, official slides are there. So if something we are referring from that, I'll share the slides in the class material section. And in the meantime, I'll ask you guys to just practice the 4 examples. Data path banao, control signals likho, make things clear for you. Okay, so thank you everyone. Koi doubt ho to puchna. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.